Let's go and welcome back to another week of Talking Trophies. Woo. Me and Damien are sitting next to each other, and you know what that means. Daves and Davies have been waiting. It's been 602 days. We finally have a female guest on Talking Trophies.
We need to give a big welcome to Henrietta.
Yep.
One of the best people that you could meet. Good gratitude, represent, actor, faith believer.
Come on.
What else?
I don't know.
Keep going. Good gratitude.
Good gratitude.
Host, MC.
Actor.
You already said all that.
Believes in Jesus.
Yeah, we'll get it
She's an encourager. Hey, actually, no, she's an encourager. And, you know, even off a stage, she's still your hype person. Yeah, she's still your MC.
She's welcome, Henrietta. Thanks for jumping on.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. Listen, Damien, we've got to be on our best behavior today. So, no slip-ups this week.
How do you feel about the fact that it's been over 600 days since we had a female on the podcast?
That's crazy. Why don't you have women on the podcast?
We're just scared.
Why?
I think generally, probably Damo can stand on it.
Ravo keeps using the personal account to holler.
No, I don't.
Okay.
So the thing is, it's just we generally hang out with guys. Our whole life really revolves around guys.
Okay.
I think so. That's how we see it. We don't really besides you going to your community events and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's so many women in the Melbourne community who
I know, but we reach out.
amazing things.
That's what I'm saying. So our whole life revolves around guys. We're not really exposed to women that are doing.
Oh, and it's not like it has. It's just we've had
Interesting.
moments where they were meant to be on, but it just didn't end up falling.
No, but
through.
I was one of them. to be
Yeah,
fair.
you pulled out last minute.
I know that was
That was a
hard.
valid reason.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
No,
Dude, that was a valid reason.
That was actually valid.
But
It was.
it's just I think generally for example, we hang out with guys. Our friendship are guys. We follow generally people that guys are following. So we're not really exposed. And
I reckon we just got complacent. We're just chilling with the
enough.
routine of just the same stuff. And so
I hear that.
It's a bit tough, but
I feel the same way. I feel like I don't really get around a lot of men either.
Yeah.
Like my circle is mainly women.
Yeah.
I was actually reflecting on that today because I did a shoot with men.
Yeah.
And I thought, I learned so much just from listening to them. Even just then listening to these guys, I'm just I get it.
Yeah.
I'm mainly
I
around
think.
women.
No, I
Do you think it's a bad thing or a good thing?
I love the girls I'm around.
Yeah.
So but I have a lot to learn, I think.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. I have a lot to learn about the way that you guys think. Because my eyes are being opened.
And
the way that
what do you
men
think about
think.
guys? What do you think about guys? Do you think guys are? I think guys are very black and white. I think it's really clear what guys want.
You think so?
I
In
think
what
it's
way?
clear. Guys are just black and white. It's either yes or no. There's no
Okay.
in betweenish. You can go to a root cause and it's a yes or no straight with the
It's
guy.
not just black and white, but I know what you're saying. You're saying majority.
The root cause is something clear. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I think with guys in general.
Okay.
But I don't know. To be honest, I'm going to say this. I don't really interact with women as much.
Interesting.
Yeah? So I find that let's just jump into this first topic. We're talking about 2 weeks, I saw you speak about it at the trivia night. Our Melbourne guys approachaphobic. It was what...
Right.
It was when Tana spoke, the question she asked, yeah? And then I'm like, guys are just completely different to girls. Like, how we think, how we act is
Yeah.
how everything we do is it's really we chill with our boys. We hang out with our boys. And then it's when we go around girls, I can't, for example, with me, I have friends that are girls, but I don't have a friendship group with girls in it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I hear that. Yeah. I hear that.
So guys, let's go to the first topic. Because I'm going to say what I have to say, but let's see.
That is the question.
Yeah. Why are Melbourne guys approachaphobic?
Yeah, do you reckon Melbourne guys are approachphobic? Because we've actually talked about it.
Yeah,
We've talked about it
listened
from
to
a
that.
guy's
I listened
perspective.
to that episode.
And you spoke about it and you kept saying, You started making sound effects every time you said it. You know what I mean?
Okay. I don't think it's just a Melbourne guy thing. I think it's right now guys in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think in different parts of the world it's probably better. I know that you guys spoke about London guys. That's actually true. When I was in London last year, I was probably approached more in my short 3 weeks of being there than I have here in Melbourne or in Australia in general.
Yeah.
In, my whole life.
So just how are the guys approaching you? Because I was talking about the good old 2006 catcalling, whistling.
Yeah, you did say that.
Doing the scream.
And it's not even like that. It's you guys are out and it's hey, I think you look beautiful tonight. You know, I was in a supermarket and
Oh,
someone
wow.
came by and was just like, I just want to say that you look beautiful.
Yeah.
Or like even just walking down the street, just like a compliment and then walking away.
Yeah.
And that to a woman is like, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah.
thank you. Like you don't even need to do too much, because how it makes us feel here in Australia is undesirable.
Yeah.
That's how it makes us feel if like no one's really checking for us
So
in that way.
You're just getting eggs. You're
Here in
the egg-
Australia?
No, I'm just saying, yeah, let's just say you're in the egg guy or whatever. So some guy just comes and says, oh, I like the Uggs you're wearing, and walks off.
I'll be like, oh, that's really sweet, thank you.
You know, I would have said, get a life.
No!
The guy's a married man.
Oh, okay. Well,
no.
context matters.
Yeah,
Context
no,
matters.
it's
But like, if a guy stopped me to compliment me
Yeah.
and no agenda, I would think that's really kind.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I get
Yeah.
that. But okay.
But you know what? I reckon guys avoid doing that because they think they might come off like weird
Yeah, that's
in
fair.
doing that.
That's fair.
I'd say in Australia because it's so like not normal.
Those guys, I'm telling you, over there are playing chess, 4D chess. That guy is complimenting you in the grocery store, hoping he's gonna run into you in 3 weeks
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
Like they play the long
Yeah, but
game.
is that so wrong?
Yeah.
Because
it's
what's
true.
the alternative here? What's the
Yeah.
game you're playing?
Yeah.
No games.
Nah, but think about
Women
like-
don't deserve no games. Women
Approachaphobic?
Yeah.
Oh,
How do you-
valid.
Hey, valid. Yeah.
No,
How do you
how
win?
is-
How do you
tactic.
win at Monopoly? Just one
one step at a time, yeah. But at the same time, that's how you get everyone else bankrupt.
Yeah, valid.
You know what I mean? I just think personally, like, for example, I was saying, it's like, yeah, those guys are doing that. But like, let's just say the guy does settle down and then 6, 5, 10 years into the relationship, obviously things get like consistent. Do you think he's not going to go to another girl and go, that jacket you're wearing, it just reminds me of something, it looks so great, and walks off?
But why? What reason does he have? Like, I mean, like I said, context matters. Is he just saying, oh yeah, I like your jacket? Or is he saying that out of like not being happy in his marriage?
No, but I think, for example, I think prevention is better than the cure. So like stopping at step one rather than going through all the hardship later on. Because things day by day, like the devil's playing a marathon. He's not going for the sprint.
Real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
He's going for day 300.
Real.
He's
Yeah,
around to the end. So he's like,
Real.
let me take this guy out step by step. And do you think him going for a compliment or saying something nice to you, what, you think he's going to stop there? There wasn't time. Give him a pat on the back. And obviously, like, if you don't believe in something, it's like the devil could be your mind, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, it's just like in the long run, he goes, you still got it. Because
But
every
my
guy wants to
thing
know if they
is-
still got it. Every guy loves that. I still got it.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? When you get married and you're 42, you still want to know if you got it.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
But you know what?
It's the
That
same.
frightens me.
It shouldn't
it's
frighten
like,
me. No, no,
why?
it shouldn't frighten
Why
me
do you want to know
because
if
the
you still
same-
got it? You've got a wife.
No, but it's
Test it on her.
No,
Yeah,
it's the same
yeah.
way where women want to feel beautiful. So when they get that random compliment from that guy, that's the I'm still like I'm still out. Like, you know what I mean? Guys still want me.
I hear that.
You know what I mean?
But I hear. Okay, sorry. I'll
Go,
let you
go, go,
finish.
go.
I hear that, but I'm also like, why are we seeking validation from outside of your marriage? Like in this context, in a marriage context, why are you seeking validation of I've still got it from someone who's outside of your marriage? You know?
Yeah.
Like
I know.
for me as a woman, like if my man compliments me, then I'm like, cool. Like I feel good about myself. Or if a girl compliments me, or if anyone, but I don't need that validation from another guy to feel beautiful.
You're 100% right. But
Do you know what I mean?
But what
But
I'm
you
saying
know
is
what
on
happens-
those days off.
And like no, but you know what it is? I think it's for the majority of people. When it starts off, he's getting you flowers. He's telling you you're beautiful every second day, not even every second minute. But then you get married, then life goes on, and then what happens is it starts getting tense. The marriage gets real, life hits, and I think what happens is people seek it. When they get it outside, it's like, oh, that was nice. And I think without faith, people go like, oh, let me dabble in this a little bit because this
doesn't
is
even have
making
to
me
be
feel
faith.
good.
It doesn't have to be
but it
faith
happens
in
in faith
general.
too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be fake. Like,
So
let's just
that's
say.
how people fall out. And so, like, I think people
right.
give into that feeling of like, oh, this feels really nice. I haven't felt nice in a very long time.
Yeah.
And so they give into that. Not saying it's right at all, but I think it's just like, I think for me, I understand how people fall into that when they give into
Totally.
it. Yeah.
So I'd
hear
rather be
that.
approachaphobic, just stay at home and just hope one day I walk outside and the girl of my dreams lands in front of me. I think that's the best way to go about it.
That's not what's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Well, for him, he's just got to approach the dad.
yeah, apparently.
He just has to go up to the dad and
Apparently.
it's game over.
Yeah. It's
Bring some cattle.
But do you think Melbourne guys are approachaphobic?
I feel like you guys need to work on your game. I'll say that. Yeah. I
You
feel like
guys-
the game could
true.
be better.
Actually, yeah, true.
And the intentionality could be better too.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Yeah.
by that?
I mean, like, okay, I'm 26, right? So if a guy's approaching me now, if you like, then you should have put a ring on it. So
Okay.
like, come with that intention,
Yeah.
you know, rather than like, I'm not 20, 21, 22 anymore.
Yeah.
Where it's
Yeah.
like, let's just see where this goes. Like,
Yeah.
coming into this with that intention of, I like this person. Let's see if we click. Like, with the
Yeah,
intention
for
to
real.
be together
Yep.
for life. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how would you? Let's just say someone does. What do you prefer? Do you prefer in person or in, for example, messages?
In person.
Okay. So let's just say some guy
Who
approaches.
prefers messages? Are there people that actually prefer messages?
100%.
Nah, I'm an in-person girl.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think people say
I don't
that,
reckon.
but I
Be
reckon
realistic. Do you
love
reckon
them
people
as-
prefer messages? No way.
I mean, social
Generally.
anxiety is a real thing.
Bro, it's so
Yeah.
real, and I think it's more than
Yeah.
ever. I personally, for example, for me, I'm way better in person than I am
Than
in,
on text.
On text. I can't
Yeah,
text
yeah,
for my
yeah.
life. I hate texting. I feel like I'm begging when I send someone a message. Like I have to
Me,
wait
I'm
for
like,
them.
I'm
Damien, that's the slide that you actually. I just realized you. But like when you message someone, I'm like, bro, why do I have to message someone? You know, even for example, so when I'm speaking to the other gender, I'm just like, I don't know why I say other gender. When I speak to a girl,
Women,
I just like,
See,
I find-
approachaphobic. They can't even acknowledge.
what? Yeah, I can't even acknowledge it. No, but genuinely, I just find it weird. I hate messaging. Like, this is so annoying. Like it's just.
But
I
what
feel
about
like
in person?
in person, I will talk to you.
Okay,
just
so you're
spend-
not approachaphobic?
I won't walk up to someone and go,
But once the line's crossed,
like, I'll have a convo with you. Generally, girls will have their friends around them.
Okay.
What would you be doing in that situation if
I'm just chilling.
you're not? You're gonna try getting in the convo.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Generally,
It's true.
it's always it's never an ideal situation.
yeah.
I think
That's why
guys,
that's why a guy needs a friend.
Yeah,
so
a
that, so they can
wingman.
set the screen. So when they set the screen, you can dribble the ball around, and then you get a free shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Buy
You
the
see
girls
that? You see-
drinks. Buy the girls. Hey, can I buy you girls drinks? That or like maybe like a,
Coke Zeros?
yeah.
Are girls into Coke Zeros?
I'm a Coke Zero girly.
Okay, yeah. But like, what would I do? Just to say, like,
Wait, where are we, by the way?
where's Soji Trivia Night?
Yeah, it's hard. And Soji events, like,
And it's finding
everyone
the
knows
ti-
everyone.
I don't think so. I didn't know half the people in there.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, like just the timing, and you see, like generally, you won't be able to have that conversation.
No, but I feel
really.
like everyone else should get the cue if you're talking to one person directly. Like you're saying, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you all," and then you're having that conversation and you're giving eye contact to that one person, and you're not looking around.
yeah, the thing is,
That way, it lets everyone else know. Oh, yo, look, here, there's another assignment happening.
I think people are generally quite respectful to that, though.
I don't. Friends
depending
don't.
on the environment.
Friends want to get involved in other friends' convo sometimes.
Not always. Not always.
Or like, let's say you want to like have the conversation, the other friend's just quiet, just staring at you two having this
Yeah,
conversation.
that's
It's
super
like-
weird.
It's so awkward.
And then the friend feels bad, and then goes, oh, "Hey, we gotta go."
Yeah,
You know.
I guess timing matters, like you guys said. Like,
Yeah.
What-
So
what's
that's
the
why you had to pull the
situation
grocery store.
matters.
Just do a quick little
gotta start
drive-by.
doing-
Quick
but
drive-by. Yo, what's up?
But what? Someone wearing like a
Nice
onesie.
jacket.
She's wearing what onesie? Nice onesie.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just find it weird. Like
I love your hair. You have insane eyes. Cat. Oh, I mean,
Stephanie. So I don't know. I just find it weird. I just find it like
so what are you gonna do then? Because do you want to get married?
no, don't worry. We got it. Our way is the easiest way.
What's your way?
No, just it's
Go back to the
recommendations.
tribe.
No, it's just recommendation. Someone recommends you someone, you go and then you speak to them and see if they're a vibe. It's not like I don't
Okay.
have to go outside and date and like run into someone and hope it's the perfect timing and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't feel the pressure.
No, not really. Obviously pressure to get married, whatever. But like I don't feel the pressure of like how I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's in a respectful way. And also like it's
Yes.
like,
but don't you find that scary?
what do you mean?
Like you barely know the person.
Yeah, but I'm not committing. You're not committing to the person. So you're saying, hey, I want to get to know you.
Oh, okay,
That's all
okay,
it
okay,
is.
okay.
That's all it is.
But that's all approaching is.
That's
either.
no. That's all. That's what I'm saying. But it doesn't have to take 4 years or 5 years of being
Yeah,
cuffed
right.
up, and then another 8 years of being engaged, and then
Right.
living it together for like 7 years,
Yeah.
and then being like, you know what? I think
Let's
I want
get
to marry
married.
this person.
Well, that's where intentionality comes in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like generally, a lot of people do. Like, how many movies you watch where like the
Yeah.
girl is waiting on the guy? She's been engaged for like 13 years. She's waiting on the guy to propose.
Bro, what movies are you watching?
Think like a man. Is that not a scene? Think like a man. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I've
I know the
seen
movie.
it.
I haven't watched it in a while
Huh?
though.
Yeah, same. I've seen
Gabrielle
it.
Union.
No, I know who you're talking. I know
That's-
the movie. Yeah.
No, that bit where she's like, yeah.
No, I can't.
So
remember
she's
it.
waiting on the guy. But like generally, I think it's like, yeah, that's if you say your intentions from the start, saying, hey, I want to get to know you. And then it's like you're not asking hey, what's the weather today? And you know, what's your plans today? It's like, okay, what's your short-term goals? What's your long-term goals? You know, like, can this
Yeah.
work? You know?
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, like if a guy wants to approach, just like know why, and context matters. Like, why do you want to approach this person? And less pressure. Like,
Yeah.
we're just getting to know each other. If it works
Yeah.
out, cool. If it doesn't, then that's fine.
But what about like,
would you say most guys that approach have like the wrong intentions? Like that intention, they're lacking the intentionality. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
but look, where are they meeting them?
What?
Where are the guys meeting the girls? Generally, it's out. It's in clubs and stuff. Most guys meet their girls either through clubs or dating apps.
You think so?
Yes, 100%.
Church?
Huh?
Church?
Yeah.
No, but I think you're saying the ones without intention, right?
No, like
What do you
listen,
say?
how many percent
Or
of
like-
people are going to church? Let's be real.
Oh, out of everyone.
Out of everyone. How many people are going to mosque? How many people go to church? It's not that much.
Yeah, you're
How
right.
ma-
In 2025, yeah, dating apps. You're right.
You know, how many people going to the synagogue?
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So it's like most people are meeting each other out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was
Or-
Match, Hinge.
Yeah, Hinge, Tinder. But like it's
True.
and is there a church one?
Christian Mingle.
Huh? Christian Mingle? Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
So I got engaged.
But
I'm scared.
but like no, but genuinely it's like they're meeting each other through that. So
Yeah.
and it's not really like it's really fast paced. I don't think you have the time to get to know like
But
what
I'd
the
say
intentions are.
like secular dating apps is just not even like people aren't even dating on that. It's more like people
Run
are
it up.
just yeah, literally
Yeah.
yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying. It's like how do you set intention then?
Join a run club.
Yeah, that's
And
not a
just
bad
what I'm trying to
idea.
say, you're joining things. So you're not actually setting your intention. Do you know what I'm saying? All these things one's like clubbing, one's a dating app, which is
Yeah.
we all know what's going on there.
Yeah.
Run club is like you're joining thing. Chess club,
Yeah.
you know, like you're
Uni.
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 Yeah, uni. No, uni. You're not. I don't think uni people are dating. Like, actually, yeah,
think
some
they
people.
are.
You can
some people
find
are. Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon they are.
I think uni. No, uni is like probably the first time you're really exposed to like intention and stuff.
But I reckon that's where you'd find people with more intentionality than a club
Yeah,
or like dating apps.
yeah. So what do Melbourne guys need to do? Henrietta, tell us.
Oh,
Tell me.
didn't
Yeah,
I?
it's-
Yeah, sorry.
I just did.
Yeah, she
So
said delete
just
the dating apps.
Yeah,
Become intentional.
Just become intentional.
Yeah, become intentional.
yeah,
And don't be shy from telling a girl she's beautiful.
yeah.
I think so.
Bang.
Okay.
I think so. I think don't be shy to compliment someone and try to get to know them.
So no
And
catcalling.
I think communication.
No, like not catcalling, but like no hollering, or going.
Nah,
whistle.
just be respectful.
Okay.
Like girls really appreciate respect and like
Yeah.
a gentleman.
Okay.
Like, we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And when someone's really honest and like there's no facade behind that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that girls really, really appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just honesty.
Because you
And
know
I
what?
think,
I think a lot of guys have an agenda where like they
Yeah.
act intentional, but low key they're not.
Yeah.
Like they come
that's
across like,
real.
yeah, I'm working on myself, trying to be.
That's
you know,
real.
There's so many guys I can think of even right now. I'm like,
And if
yo,
no, that's so real. And if you feel that way, I feel like that's part of the intentionality. Don't approach.
yeah,
Like if you're genuinely working on yourself, like do that.
yeah,
And like you're so entitled to that. But
Yeah.
if you don't have the right intention for that person, that's not really
Yeah.
healthy, is it?
yeah.
100%. Well,
Well, you weren't taking notes, so I'm just.
I've taken notes. I've taken notes. I'll be cuffed up soon,
I
guys.
also feel like just like remove the pressure from it all. Like just remove
Yeah.
remove all of that and just like
You know, it is. I
fun,
think
see
people
where it
idolize
goes.
it too much. Like
Yeah.
they idolize like you have to be set in a relationship at this age, have it all sorted out, have it all figured out. I think when you're chasing it, you just end up disappointing
I think
yourself
so
and being
too.
hurt by it.
I think so too. I feel like we just need to trust that it will just work out. And like
Yeah.
at the right time you'll find your person, they'll
Yeah.
find you. And like don't be in the process of that, don't be afraid to just like put yourself out there. And if it works out, cool. If it doesn't,
You know what's my favorite line?
What?
I'd rather be single wishing I was married than married wishing I was single.
Real.
Hey,
Real.
that's a bar.
Yeah.
That's a bar. Hey, that's a bar.
real.
Yeah,
Man.
That's
That's
real.
why I take my time with her, man.
Yeah,
You know what
because
I mean? Like I'm going, but I'm not like I'm gonna die for it. Like
nah.
yeah.
People are so precious. Like
For real.
like our mental health, our lives, like I just think we're so precious as people.
Yeah.
So like why go into something
And damage someone, hurt someone.
and hurt someone
Yeah.
unintentionally, because like you don't like you're not going into it wanting to hurt that person.
Yeah.
But if you're not ready, or if you're like still seeking other things or other women or other men,
Yeah.
then you're gonna hurt that person. So like
Yeah.
we'd rather just, if you want to be single, be single. Like
Yeah.
don't go into a relationship still looking for something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
And then damage that person.
Yeah.
Like, that's not
Like,
fair.
how are you cuffed up and still in the clubs?
That's not fair. I mean, go with like your person, or like if that's what you guys are into.
But how are you on your ones with your boys? Just, like, just
Yeah.
asking.
Guys,
Guys, sometimes you just want to step out with your boys. You know what I mean?
and but like
And you want to
that's
see if
fair,
you
like-
stay. As we
But
came
there's a
back,
time and an era for it.
we said it earlier. Sometimes you just want to see if you still got it.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No, but like true. Like you need to go out with your girls. You need to go out with
Yeah.
your boys. But
Yeah.
like I said before, context matters.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you're not gonna be in the club like checking to see if you've still,
still
got,
got
it.
it.
When
know-
you've got your wife and your kids at
Yeah.
home. That's crazy.
You know what I'm gonna be doing?
What?
The most I'll be doing is going out for dinner with my boys, and I'm back home. I'm at home at 7 p.m.
Perfect.
Dinner starts at 6. I'm back home 7, and I'm in bed by 9.
That's
Yeah.
a peaceful life.
Yeah,
That's a peaceful
That
life.
sounds
and then I'm gonna have a midlife crisis.
so
and buy-
boring. Yeah,
I'm gonna have a
exactly,
midlife
bro.
crisis and just gap for like 6 months and travel the world and not tell anyone.
Yeah.
Just pop back up.
Do you think our generation wants to be married? Like,
Yeah.
Yes
I-
and no. No, I think our generation like the idea of being married, but
Yeah.
like their way their lifestyle is set up, it's like you can't.
It's too
and
individualistic.
everything it comes with, because
Yeah.
marriage isn't perfect and you have to build it. Like
Yeah.
Michelle Obama, my queen, like love her down. She speaks about the fact that like when you're in a marriage with someone, sometimes it's going to be 20-80, sometimes it's going to be 50-50, sometimes it's going to be 70-30.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
sometimes like someone's going to have to hold or carry some of the load and the other person's going to, have less to give. And what you have to do is build that relationship constantly. Like
You read that in Becoming, yeah?
I love that book.
That's one of my favorite books as well.
You read it?
Yeah, the bit you're talking about was when Obama was a senator and then he was going off to
Yeah.
Springfield to.
Oh, you read it?
Come on, you know me.
She's great. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
listen to her podcast as well.
Okay, yeah.
And I think that's so true.
Yeah.
Like in a relationship, you do need to meet each other halfway, I believe. You have to build it.
Yeah.
Like it's not always just going to be
Yeah.
happy days
Yeah.
or him carrying all the load and I'm getting my nails done.
But I think you need to, I think like it doesn't matter what you're contributing from like a tangible thing. But I think like mentally, if you're in the same place, come into it, like
That's
you're both
right.
like, yo, I really want to make this work.
That's right.
Then that's when it'll be calm.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I asked that question.
Yeah.
Because if your mentality is,
I'm trying to be a
I
billionaire.
wonder, well, not even that, but if your mentality is, I wonder if I've still got it,
Yeah,
then
you ain't ready.
half of you is actually outside of this
Yeah,
marriage.
yeah,
So when I asked the question of, do people in our generation still want to get married, or like a percentage of our generation want to be in a marriage? I'm thinking, like, yeah, you have to want to be there to build this thing, no matter how
Yeah.
hard it is, because it's gonna
Yeah.
get hard.
For real.
You know what it is? I think our generation are just a bit more selfish.
You think
Yeah.
so?
I think we you know when they say self-care? I love self-care.
Love self-care.
We love
Very important.
enhancing ourselves and making ourselves better people.
Yeah.
However, sacrifices have to be made.
Totally.
You know, sometimes you got to be miserable. There's no, when I say miserable, I mean you're gonna be getting up at times you don't want to be getting up. You got to be doing things you don't want to be doing, and that's
Yeah.
what happens when you're in a relationship, whatever.
It's true.
You're gonna be doing things you're like, I don't want to do this, but I have to do it. You
But
know.
I have to do it because I want to be with
Yeah,
you.
Yes.
And I want to work on this with you.
And you know what's the problem? We
Yeah.
start resenting them because we're doing the thing we don't want to do. We say, why do I have to do this for you? But like, sometimes you got to make those sacrifices.
Totally.
Obviously, I get in return, for example, you have to appreciate it and say, hey,
Yeah.
listen, you were grinding out for a week and a half. I was a bit sick or I was a bit down. Thanks for
Yeah.
helping me.
That's communication.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
gratitude. Hello.
Welcome to the good gratitude. Let's go.
Well, that's why communication is so important.
Yeah,
So
sure.
important. Like what you just described, I think is quite healthy. Telling your
Yeah.
partner, hey, I was really down this week.
Yeah.
And I reckon maybe you sense that in my energy or in my spirit. I was really down. This is what was going on.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm a very big advocate for therapy.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you are.
100%. 100%.
Deeves and Davies, you've got a quick introduction of Henrietta. Let's jump into the actual topics.
Yeah.
That was an icebreaker question.
Oh, was it?
Firstly, this is how, because I saw you at the Soji event at the trivia, and I said, oh, okay, I get that. Like, I'm like, you're really bubbly, you're really positive. And then Damien also gave my sister actually a copy of your Good Gratitude book. So she uses the journal.
Nice.
Yeah, I stole it off her and I was flicking through it just to see what's going on in there.
Yeah, so
But she
alright,
used
what
it,
are the,
huh?
what are the
Yeah,
people
yeah,
talking
I'm looking
about?
I was looking, obviously I had to
The
look at
blank
like,
pages.
no, I was looking at the front, the introduction, the
true.
chapters, and then I looked through some of the questions because you do morning and evening.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the power of journaling.
Let's go.
Why is journaling powerful? Because people have been advocating lately for it.
It is very powerful, and I think if you tried it, you would realize why. Like when your mind is so full, and all you need to do is just empty your thoughts. Sometimes writing it down can really help, just to get it out of your head and onto paper. And I've been doing a lot of gratitude research lately, and research into like the power of journaling and the science behind journaling. And I recently learned that like when you're writing things down, your brain's engaging in a meaning-making process. So you're doing your part in the conscious to write it down, which is working also in the subconscious to remind you, well, to, I guess, release the thoughts. And then if you're writing down your gratitude, it's attaching positive things to the situation that you're facing, which is really interesting.
Stephanie, can we fact check that, please? Just
Yeah,
jump on
please
Please fact check
do.
that. Oh, just behind the scenes.
Stephanie doesn't know what she's fact checking.
Just say the positive benefits of journaling.
Yeah.
By the way, I am a journaler.
You are?
Why does it surprise you? Because you said you should try it. I'm like, I am a journaler.
Okay.
You know why? It's because you don't come across like any.
You know me, I come
No,
across as-
it's not even
No,
that. It's just that,
No,
like,
it is,
the
it
way
is.
that you
Yeah.
started it, you were like,
Hey.
I wanted to check out the journal to see
Yeah,
what it's
yeah,
about.
her
yeah,
journal.
yeah.
No, because the thing is, I do a different kind of journaling.
Okay.
I just write into empty blank pages.
Me too, yeah.
So it's just there's nothing there. I write the date at the top.
Yeah.
I write whatever I have to write, and then I do RTD. But I don't do it every day.
Okay.
I do whenever I need to.
How does it help? Like, how does it benefit you?
You know, whenever the chest just feels a little bit tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be honest, I write it for my future self, not even for me. I write my goals down.
Meaning making
I write,
process.
yeah. So I tell and then I can look back at it because you know what it is. I like to write the hardest days, so I remember them. So what I do is generally, if I'm having there's weeks where I'm just struggling, you know, I'm on the brink of just I just want to go out and just start. Actually,
You want to crash out?
I just want to crash out. That's a good word. By the way, that's a great word. You know, crash out.
He actually wanted to say start bashing people.
Yeah. Hey, crash out is an amazing word.
Yes.
By the way, I learned crash out overseas.
Oh, no way.
I learned it in America. So kids comes to me, I'm gonna crash out. So what? He goes, I'm gonna crash out. I learned
Or
it.
you see someone, they're going off, and you're like, yeah, they're crashing out.
They're
They
crashing
need
out.
to journal.
That's the new thing. It might be, hey, not crash out. Hey, you
Yeah.
need a journal.
Journal or talk to someone.
Yeah,
Those
that's
two things.
heavy.
Which is why I'm so passionate about therapy. 'cause
I
you
reckon
just need
don't even. I reckon just
to
write
let
it
out.
down.
Yeah,
that's-
but you know what? Like some people are confronted by that. Some people find writing things down really confronting.
You know what's my thing? I'm just scared someone's gonna read it.
Well, that's confronting.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like,
You
so
scared?
huh?
Are you worried?
Now I write some crazy stuff in there.
Oh, no way.
No, okay, if I'm having a tough day, I write everything down.
Yeah,
bro.
And you
valid.
should.
I write everything
Yeah.
down.
Yes.
I don't do names,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I just describe the person.
But how freeing is that?
Well, I think
Be
it's
able
great
to
because
just write it down.
Yeah.
That's so freeing.
It does.
Because
It
it's your
is.
space to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my method is I write and then I have a thing in the bottom. I write RTD.
What does
rate
that
the
mean?
day, and then I'll do like 6, 4, 3. If it's crap, 7, 9.
I like
But
that.
I do great days too. If I'm reach a milestone or whatever, I'll write it down for myself. Not
like
something
that.
it's like I'm not gonna post it. You know, I'd rather write it down
Yeah.
and then hold down. But the things I found about journaling is that like when you're having those tough days, and you think, oh my god, the world's ending, and you come back 3 months later, you're like, damn, I was stressing out about that.
Yeah.
This was nothing for me.
Yeah.
That's why I like journaling.
But that's
Yeah.
the only. So for me, that's the only time I ever write things down is when it's like. So right now, I don't write. I'm like, Leah, life's good. I'm chilling. But if it's like life's terrible, that's the only time I ever think about it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, yeah, like I feel like I'm getting something out of it. But then sometimes I'm like, I feel crazy right now.
When you're journaling?
Yeah.
Why is it that you do the mornings and the evenings in your journal book?
Wait, before I answer that question, I want to see if Stephanie got the
Like
fact
the
check.
statistics?
Should I read it?
Yeah, you can read it. You can read
All
it.
right. Reduces stress and anxiety. So writing down your worries can help you process and release them, making them feel more manageable, improves clarity and focus, helps organize your thoughts and clear mental clutter. Yeah, and problem solving. Boosts self-awareness, regulates emotions, gratitude and positivity.
Yeah. So, like for example, when you say the morning, so I always thought journaling was just reflecting.
Mm-hmm.
So journaling is not only reflecting; it's something where you can go and plan out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, journaling is essentially just writing,
Yep.
right? It's just your
Yeah.
innermost thoughts. It's like your diary,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, I guess the good gratitude journal is a gratitude journal specifically to write down your gratitude. But your form of journaling is just to empty out your thoughts and self-reflect, right?
Yeah.
So there's different forms.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about
Deeps and Davies, you know, I feel like I learned more about my own cousin on this podcast than off it.
Did
How
you know
so?
he used does
Me
he
and
know he
Damien don't.
journals?
By the way, let me say, me and Damien do not speak to each other during the week. We save
Just
it all
get
for
out
here.
Not a single word. The only time we talk is on a Thursday to talk about the Saturday, or to talk about what we're doing. Like
I'll be like, Damien.
the
I'll be like, guess this week. Get
question
them ready.
mark.
Damien responds to me. Doesn't respond. Responds to me Friday night, going,
we
yes,
we got a women's event.
yeah, we got. No, you said that yesterday. He said it on the Saturday, the day we're recording. So he goes, we got a women's event, and then, for example, I'll be like, all right, reschedule, whatever.
Yeah.
But now we don't talk. But I think I enjoy that personally because I think we let it out.
It
Here.
makes this authentic.
It's really authentic because I don't see Damien the whole week.
Yeah.
Damien doesn't see me. We don't talk.
Yeah.
Comes here. Hey, bro, you don't know what happened. And it's rather than every day, just
Yeah.
you know.
I hear it.
But what was it?
I love that you journal, and I love that you journal in that way too.
Yeah.
Like
Journals.
writing down the difficult things.
Yeah, I think it's
So that
a good method.
grateful for the good times.
Yeah, I've been doing it for what? I did it when I was in. I did it 2017,
Yeah,
and then I
nice.
stopped, and then I started doing it when I was in St Kilda, because that was the first time I ever had my own room.
Oh, true.
I never had my own room in my life.
So you didn't have to worry about anyone opening it and reading
It wasn't even that. It's just like I didn't have. Like imagine sitting down in your room. Like if I was started writing and my brother walked in, like, bro, what are you
He'd start
doing?
roasting you,
You'd be
right?
like, bro, you all right? Like what's going on here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you need me to call the hotline?
Yeah.
Inappropriate joke. Sorry, we got to start behaving.
Yeah.
I want to talk about pillar 1, contentment.
Yeah, true. You really went through the journal, didn't you?
You want me? I do I do research on that. I
background.
guess.
I love that.
Yeah, I know your favorite song.
What
the
is
best things
it?
in life are free.
You do.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I'm tapped. I'm just
No,
tapped.
No.
I'm
How do you
tapped.
know that?
Nardwar.
I'm actually tapped. Like I'm telling you, I'm just like
No, I'm scared.
No, it's a good. It's good.
How
It's
do you
good
know
podcasting.
that?
I was
No,
gonna
Raven,
ask.
how do you know that? Because
I did
that's
research.
niche information.
That's what I'm
Maybe
trying
I
to-
posted it somewhere. I
Maybe.
probably posted it.
Yeah.
Where would you have posted that?
I don't know.
Where did you find it on?
Spotify rap. No, I didn't. But I researched you. Of course, I
That's
respect
so
the guests we have on,
funny.
and I go through.
I'm ready for this.
But no, I was going to talk about contentment because pillar 1's contentment, and I was
Yes.
going to ask, do you think that guys are more content than women?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not in a guy's brain. I don't know the answer to that question.
So for example, with the guys, yeah, like you'd always hear about like a guy before he gets a girlfriend, he'd have like, you'd go to his apartment, it's just like a mattress on the ground, a screen, a PlayStation,
Yeah.
and in his fridge there's nothing in there but like milk and then up and go, yeah.
And he's happy.
And he's content. Like that's all he needs, you know? And then it's like, obviously once they start like, they do get a go, whatever, it's like, pimp out the house, let's get better couches, let's change this up. And then I was just thinking, so that's where the thought came when I saw that. Like, do you think guys are more content than women?
No, I don't think that's like, I don't think we can measure that.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah. Because I think women are very content with our lives, you know, like we go to work, we make our money, we go out to brunch with our friends, and like we go home and like text each other like, I love you so much, like thank you for today. Like, like women are content. Yeah. When men are content with their mattress.
But I was gonna bring up a stat, but I was gonna say at the same time, guys do have a higher suicide rate. So obviously guys are suffering a bit more. So there is a lack of contentment. I wanted to.
Well, that's why, I was trying to get that. Well, that's why I was like, I can't answer that question because I'm not a man. I don't know.
And I was trying to like see both sides. I wanted to get your perspective. And do you think women are more content because they are able to speak about how they feel? They're able to open up, so they don't hold on to like things.
I wouldn't go as far as to say women are more content. But I would say that women. Well, I mean, I can't even like.
Stephanie, can you fact check that, please?
Say that like. That's quite general because I don't know. Like some women are not content, some women are, some men are not content, some men are.
But ChatGPT does know the answer.
All right, let's ask ChatGPT.
Most large-scale studies, women report similar levels of happiness. I show that men and women, they do. Women often report more emotional highs and lows, while men's emotional states tend to be more even. So girls, when they're really high, they're high. But when they're low, they're low.
Okay. But I think that, is that not just
men
part of being human? Men often
report high contentment. Yeah. When they feel productive or respected, women may report lower contentment if they feel undervalued or overburdened. I think that's people in general.
Well, that's right. Isn't that just part of being human?
But I was going to say, I don't know how you could trust these stats because, like, bro, have you ever done a contentment test?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, it's a very general question you've asked me.
It is because, but I just thought, because I saw people
I feel like contentment's based on life stage rather than like, gender. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's based on your life stage. Like, I feel like I know guys that are like in their 30s and they're not content because they're not where they want to be. Yeah. But for me, I'm actually really content. I'm in a place where I'm happy. I wouldn't ask for anything different. Am I where I want to be? No, but I'm actually really content with where I am.
Well, that's literally the definition that I wrote in the Good Gratitude Journal. Like contentment is recognizing what you have now and having gratitude for that, but still having that desire to improve. Whereas complacency is I guess the antithesis of contentment, where you're like, I'm where I am now, you're feeling hopeless and you're stuck in like, you know, these feelings that have come up here and you're not striving for better. Like contentment recognizes where to improve or where you want more and also acknowledges the good that you have as well.
But then I would say like, there have been times like, how do I say it? I'm so grateful for where I'm at. Yeah. That I become complacent.
Okay.
Because I'm comfortable.
Yeah. Right.
You're comfortable with where life is. Yeah. A little bit comfy one for you, mate, like the couch. Yeah. And it's just like, you know, you're like, I don't want to feel uncomfortable, so let me just stay in this spot for a little bit.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. And then you get stuck there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, the way I thought of the question was because I was thinking, I'm like, yeah, that just makes sense. But like, for example, if a guy does do that and have the mattress, have the PlayStation, have the 2-minute noodles in the fridge, in his 20s, it's good. But when he's in his 30s, he's like, oh, what's going on?
Well, for real, yeah.
Yeah, so like, it does make sense, yeah. I didn't think the question through. I should have thought of the question. I should have thought more about the question.
But I would say anyone that's in their 30s and they're living on one mattress with a cup of noodles and a PlayStation,
something's going
would
on.
Be sad, but to some degree would be like, yo, I'm not happy with life. Like I wouldn't be as well.
But you know what? Sometimes I wish I was just like super ignorant. I know, like, that's what I was gonna say. You're just like, you know what? I'm kicking it. And your boys are like, bro, don't you want anything else? Like, what do you want more? Like, you know? It's just, so like,
I also want to speak to what you said. Like, I feel like there's nothing wrong with comfortability as well. Like, if you feel 100%. Comfortable with where you are, and you're like, I've got my little life, and I'm sweet.
I'm in this bubble. I want no one to pop it.
Bubble. Yeah, I think that's nice to like stay in that and like feel that sometimes. Yeah. And then like whenever life leads you to want to take that next step, then you follow that. Yeah. Like there's no rush. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, time does go past. So the thing is, if you stay
so then for me, I'll be like, I don't want to be comfortable for like 3 years, and I'm like, yo, I haven't really done much right now.
That's what it is.
But what's wrong with that? Like, you're saying that you're happy with, like, in your comfortability of your bubble.
Yeah.
So assuming that you're happy in that, you're happy, like you're genuinely happy.
Yeah.
What would the circumstances be? Maybe you've got a really good job. Maybe you've just gotten engaged. Maybe like, you know, like things are going well for you and you're happy in that bubble.
Yeah.
And then the next thing like leads you to want to step up.
But that's happy at that time.
Yeah.
But I would say exactly. Like, for example, like we were saying, like that in your 20s is good.
Yeah, right.
But in your 30s is not. So it's like, if I'm 25 and doing that, it's okay. But when I'm 28 and doing that, it's like, oh, now there's a problem. So I feel like there might be, if you're just too complacent in one spot and you're not progressing, then you end up leading to a place where it's like, oh man, you're going to lead yourself to a place where you're negatively thinking.
Yeah, totally. I think the line that I've written in the journal is contentment leads us to gratitude and complacency convinces us out of it.
Yeah.
So I hear that. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
advocating for complacency and
Of
not moving
course.
forward.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, if you are happy and you're content, like,
Embrace it.
sit in that.
Embrace it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Because life ebbs and it flows.
That's the advice of like
Tomorrow
people,
you might not be content. So,
Yeah.
like, enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
But I see what you guys are saying where it's like,
Yeah.
want to keep moving.
Well, people are always saying like, even like the fact that I'm engaged, it's like, just embrace the fact that you're engaged.
Live in it.
Live in this moment, because
Enjoy
you're not
it.
going to have this again.
Yeah. Enjoy it.
Because your kid's going to be biting on you. You're going to have some ankle biters at home just chewing on you, chewing on your legs.
I
Dang!
reckon my kid's going to be brassed out.
What?
I reckon my kid
What
is
does
going
that
to
mean?
like just off the rails, just like
No, God forbid, don't say that.
But I reckon
That's a test. You know what? Sometimes I'm not
I
gonna lie,
reckon,
Dan,
like-
I don't blame you, because sometimes I just think God wants to test us. You know what I mean? And he goes,
Yeah, you know, our parents go, just wait until you have kids too.
I'm telling you. No, I think because, you know, even like I remember I was playing with my nephew, and they go, this kid's just like you. He starts making noises and he starts jumping at me, and I'm like, this kid's a bit, how you going? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're a bit how you go.
And that's what I realized. I'm like, oh my God, it's a reflection of me. So like, imagine how my kids are gonna turn out.
Bro, for real.
I want to talk about the good gratitude, the journal. How long did it take you to create that? And how long did you sit on the idea? Because, you know, this talk trophies is an idea I just sat on for a bit before implementing it.
And when he first started to tell me about it, I was like, yo, it's kind of dead. Like, you know,
Really?
I wasn't about it at the start.
And look at it now.
Oh, it's not where we want
It's
it
not
to
where
be.
we want it to be, but, you know.
It's getting there. You know what? The thing. That's the problem.
It's getting there.
I'm hard headed. That's my problem. So I'm gonna push.
and I'm
But then it
complacent.
goes back to that thing of contentment. Yeah,
no,
contentment.
no, and I'm gonna-
So I'd say I'm complacent.
Interesting.
Damien likes the little local clout.
You're happy with how it is now.
Yeah,
And
I'm
you
happy.
want
I'm happy with just going to the
global.
gym and someone pulls up to me
Yeah.
and he's like,
Yo, cuz, I
I saw you on my TikTok feed. Guys, you guys are killing it, bro. And I'm like, yeah, sweet,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at them. I'm like, bro, I don't want this person to go.
Yeah.
I want a doctor to walk up to me and go, mate, Raven, mate, you're inspiring me. You know,
Yeah.
you and Damien, you were talking about we had an intense interview with a massive specialist.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So Damien's stuck
I want
with
some
the-
famous person to be interviewed, like, oh, what'd you get up to today? And they're like, yeah, just watch Talking Trophies.
Yeah. Oh, no, you don't want that. You want the guy at your gym. That's a bit, how you going?
I don't, yeah.
That's, He's on his 5th cycle of testosterone
Yeah.
to say that. And I want the specialist.
Yeah.
I reckon you guys will get there. Like, you're literally on the way.
Yeah. Asking
Yeah.
girls why Melbourne guys are approachaphobic. We're almost there. Hey, that's the steps you got to take. But let's talk about good gratitude.
All right.
How long did you sit on the idea for?
Yeah, totally. Okay.
And then how long did it take you to
to
make
launch
it a real thing? Yeah, and launch it.
Yeah. Well, I had the idea in 2020. That's when because I love writing. I've always loved journaling. Like, I've literally been writing and like keeping a diary since primary school.
Yeah.
Like, back when I was young, it was just about crushes or like camp at school. Like, I have the journal from
wow.
primary school. Yeah. And I've just always like loved writing things down. And when things are really hard, like that, like you, like I need to journal. Like, I need to pray and I need to journal. That's my 2 things that I need to do. And in COVID times, I was just writing a lot of just words of affirmation just to remind me, like, it's going to be okay. Like, I'm going to get through this. It's going to be okay.
Did you struggle a lot in COVID?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I did. I really did.
Were you by yourself?
No, I was with my family. Yeah. But there was a period of time when I did spend a bit of time by myself.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, I just had to keep writing, you know. And I was just struggling with anxiety in general back then, like even without COVID. But I think COVID just exacerbated it a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, journaling has just been the thing that I need to do. And around that time, I was writing a lot of words of encouragement to myself and just poetry.
Yeah.
Poetry. And I was writing it in my phone, I was writing it down, and I was like, I want to share this. Like, I want to put them all together and share it. But obviously that's very terrifying because it's coming out of a very vulnerable season of my life. Yeah. But I did keep working on it. Like I put them into a Canva document, and I was just designing it because I really love design. I really love graphic design.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that was what was getting me through. Like I love that kind of stuff. So I put it in a Canva and just like make it pretty. But I didn't do anything with it until probably 2023.
Oh wow! So you sat on it for a minute.
Yeah.
Did you know back?
That was a long-winded way to answer your question.
Yeah.
You
That's
were
what podcasting
thinking
is
it.
about. No, it's good. I want that.
Yeah.
You could have said 3 years, or you could have said.
Yeah, I could have been like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it was because it's so vulnerable. Like, honestly, to bring the journal to life has been a constant battle.
Yeah.
Like, constant battle. I feel like it's only been this year that I feel like I'm really actually like walking in authority with it.
Yeah.
Last year was really hard as well. Making content.
Yeah.
How hard's making content?
It's hard, man.
Yeah?
It's hard. Like, I always say, like, people always say, oh, but you're an actor. Like, shouldn't it be easy? But you're embodying a character when you're an actor.
Yeah.
I can do that. Like, I can analyze a script.
But this is you.
But this is me.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's born out of a vulnerability. Yeah. And it felt cringe. It felt weird. It felt like I was just
Were you weird about your
people.
like family seeing it?
Not really.
Okay.
I wasn't worried about my family seeing it. I think it's just like that sense of perception, I think. I was just in my head. And, actually it was Wintano. I got lunch with her once and she said to me, like, we were talking about this, and she said, girl, just don't make it about you. Yeah. And that was, I think that's the best advice in a business. Don't make it about you. Yeah. And just remember the people who you're serving and who you're doing this for. Remember your why. I had to remember my why. Yeah.
Remember your why. Okay.
Wintana's a real one.
Who, Wintana?
Yeah.
No, Wintana's amazing. But you know who my why is?
Tell me.
The Deeves and Davies.
Well, that's an amazing
my wives.
why.
Yeah.
Shout out.
You know who our number one follower is?
Who?
My grandma.
Sal Smells.
She comments on every episode.
Yeah. Fave.
That's real
Get dinner,
love.
get dinner ready on the Wednesday.
That's real love.
She'll write the most randomest paragraph
And I'll read it and I just love it. I'm like, yes. Because dinner gets ready on a Wednesday and Talk a Trophy is drop. So now, when Damon's taking the piss, I'm going to tell you, mate, Nan's waiting for the episode to drop on Wednesday.
Nah, that's real love.
For real.
Oh, that's really sweet.
So wait, did you feel like insecurities and did you feel like imposter syndrome as well?
I did. I did, because when I first started like creating the journal, a really big thing was like, I'm not a therapist. I'm not like, I didn't study this, and like mental health, like I said before, it's just so precious. Like people are so precious. I really believe that. And so I was like, I don't want to like come on the scene and like not know what I'm talking about, which is a lot of the reason why I'm doing a lot of research, because I want to know what I'm talking about. And I want it to be rooted in truth. Everything that I'm doing, I want it to be rooted in truth. So I did feel a lot of imposter syndrome and just anxiety to put yourself out there. It's hard. It's hard.
But someone once said the pursuit of courage is consistent.
Oh my goodness. It is. And you find it in the doing.
Yes. You know who said that?
The pursuit of courage is consistent. And you do find it the more you do the thing. And so I feel like God was just reminding me of that. Like, just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And so now I do feel the confidence. Thank God. I really do thank God for that, because it was hard. But now I feel like, okay, it's not about me. My why is the people who have the journal. Like, there's over 600 people who own the Good Gratitude Journal, which is amazing.
That's
Glory
massive.
be to God. And that's my why, is like for people to read it and think about contentment, or read it and think about loving themselves.
Yeah.
Or read it and thinking about empathy and giving themselves grace, you know? That's my why.
Yeah.
So I just had to remember that. Make it less about me, make it more about the people that I'm doing this for. And it's a joy and I love it.
Do people come and like talk to you about what they like going through with the journal?
Sometimes, yeah.
Why'd you say it
No,
like
because I
that?
was going to say, how do you deal with, that's what I was going to say. How do you deal with the emotional dump? Because it's just like, people would just drop all their stuff on you.
And then, you know what I would have said? Mate, you got the journal right in it.
Well, you know what? It's not.
Because that would be hard to navigate.
It is hard to navigate, but I'll be honest, like the people who have done that, I know them.
Oh, okay.
And so it's just like us having a normal conversation.
Yeah.
But that was something that I was really worried about is like.
Because if you imagine you're doing an event and then someone's just pulling up at the end of it, like, can I just tell you something? It's like an hour conversation of them just.
That does happen, but I
Yeah.
don't mind.
Do you enjoy it? You don't mind it?
I don't mind it.
I personally can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
It's
told
a lot.
people, I
It's a
told people,
lot.
look,
You got to set that
Bro,
boundary.
where are people coming
No,
and
people-
emotionally dumping on
No, no.
But that's a
no,
good
no, no,
boundary
no,
to
no, no,
set.
Bro, what are you
I'm
on
telling
about,
you, not
bro?
emotional dumping. Just telling me about
You're
their
hanging around
situations.
guys, bro. What are you on about?
No. Just telling me just about situations and things that are going on in their life. And I'm like, bro, I don't care. Respectfully, I can't help you here.
Hey,
this is
and
not my
that's a good
department.
boundary to set.
Yeah, because you know what? I have 24 hours in a day and I don't want to spend...
Yeah, or like people coming up and thinking you have the answers.
Oh yeah, that's really hard.
That's a hard
No,
one.
your problem is you come off like you do have the answers. So show us some...
I'm
Yeah,
the
you
problem?
feel like you have the
flaws.
answers.
Show us flaws. Make mistakes. You haven't made one mistake in this podcast.
At least make a typo
I'm
or
an
something.
eldest daughter in an African
Yes,
home.
you cannot.
Like
You can't be-
eldest
Yeah, you
daughters.
can't lack.
Yeah.
Eldest daughters.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah.
we can't like we're
'Cause
not raised like that.
I'm even laying you up to make mistakes. You're not making enough.
because eldest daughters are calculated.
Yeah.
Like we're always
Yeah.
thinking
You're a step ahead.
of the ahead of the ahead.
Yeah.
Like
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
no, it's not a good thing. Which
Yeah?
is why, like, going back to relationships, I need to be.
You
something
wouldn't
I've
be
been-
able to
It's
be
something
with,
I've been thinking about. I need to be with someone who like allows me to just.
you
Yeah.
can't be with the youngest
Extrovert.
child. No,
Youngest
youngest child.
child.
Interesting.
You can't be with the youngest child. You can't be with the oldest child as well because you'd
Really?
be conflicting with each other.
Okay.
Because you want things to go your way. Because once they're both used to telling each other
Hey,
off.
when did you become a relational
Kazi, I'm
therapist?
switched on, Kazi. Damien. Hey, no. Listen, let me tell you something.
out here giving
I'm switched
advice.
on. Hey, I'm switched
yeah,
on.
yeah.
I just don't have the
The
opportunity to
single
speak on
guy
it.
is
Now
telling you
you
what
do
to do.
tell me. Put me
Listen,
on.
look at these. The last time we spoke about being approachaphobic, we started barking and making cackle noises.
Oh, goodness
You came
me.
on here, we had an actual discussion.
Yeah, it's true.
Listen, from
Exactly
now on,
true.
every 2 weeks, we need to bring on a
We
You
girl.
need to bring
female.
on a woman.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bring
valid.
women on.
Yes.
Yes.
But for you, middle child, I reckon.
middle child.
Yeah,
Dude,
'cause they're in
I'm a
between.
middle child.
You said you're the eldest.
I'm the eldest daughter.
Daughter.
Yeah, so I have an older brother, but
They don't count. They,
They
just
don't
carry the family name.
real.
That's it.
Shout out my oldest
shout
brother.
out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Dad goes, yep, I've got someone to pass down my name.
Yeah.
And
Because
That'll-
women carry the emotional load. Eldest daughters carry the emotional load. Youngest daughters are chilling.
yeah.
Kicking it.
They're kicking it.
Yeah.
They're having the
They're doing
time
TikTok
of their
dances.
lives. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're living life on a whim. And I
Yeah.
really respect the freedom that they have. Not even maybe respect is not. I admire. I
Yeah.
admire
Yeah.
how free they are because as an eldest daughter, we don't really often have that because we're thinking about what our parents need. We need to
Yeah.
help our parents with things. We need to think about the birthday gifts. Who's going to get the card?
But you know what? The pro to that is that I feel like being raised like that will automatically make you a pretty good parent. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you
right.
already have those attributes
Totally.
to
And
contribute in that great way. So there's a blessing to it.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you said that because I can often get stuck in like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm dealing with all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. It does make us very considerate.
100%.
And we're always
You can be
thinking
intentional.
about others. It's true.
Henrietta seems like the mom that hug her kids for like 30 seconds. Mom, let go.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
And
ask any of my family
You would be
members.
the first car to pull up out of the parents to pick up their kids.
Yeah.
The last one to leave.
You're in all their groups. You're the mom that just, you know, when the kids doing swimming, you're just running across the lane with them.
You're organizing the Macca's party.
Yeah.
You're the organizer.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
That's you, huh?
That's you.
I love physical touch is my love language, my first one.
Yeah.
I love a good hug.
Yeah, kids are all right.
She said, no, I'll let you finish on that.
I don't know, guys. I just thought kids are all right was a good thing to say.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your acting career.
True.
Art versus theater versus film.
Oh, okay.
Which one do you prefer? Because I think theater, the process of it is more joyful, whereas the film, Kazi, Damien, I know you're tripping out on me, Kazi. Henrietta, I'm telling you can't switch on Kazi.
Why
I'm trying to be a better interviewer.
I'm sorry.
No, this is a really good question. I'm waiting for the end of it. Go on, Raven.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to, and I saw his
Just ignore him. Go on.
I'm trying to
go
improve my
on.
interviewing skills. I got questions.
No, you're
ready.
doing a very good job.
Oh, no,
And
This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you.
Damon, you're unserious.
Because usually this guy's sitting across from me, just
Barking.
barking and just ripping it.
Yeah,
I'm going, where the heck is... He didn't even write this down.
Bro, I'm the best interviewer in this city and the country.
Yeah, you need to tap more into this. This is what's gonna get you to the doctor.
I know,
shaking your
but
hand.
the thing is, I got this blank of it.
Yeah,
Just
Damien, you need to
giggling.
lock in too.
Let me take a breathe.
Okay, wait. I need to take a breather now.
All right, everyone, just take a breath.
You know what? I reckon. You know what we should do? Let's just write something we're grateful for. Say something we're grateful for, and then we ask the question. I'm grateful for being healthy.
Yeah. I'm grateful to have God in my life.
Amen. I'm grateful to be here with you guys.
Hey.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with the question. I'm ready. Let's talk about theater and film. Damien, bro.
I'm not doing anything, bro.
Take your hands out of your pocket.
So you said which one
Okay,
do I
let's talk
prefer?
about which one do you prefer? Because with theater, the process is more is more joyful, like before, and even doing the actual acting. Whereas film is more rewarding afterwards, seeing the final product, and you can always see it. Whereas theater, you have to like literally go and sit down, and you're not really enjoying it. You're not digesting it because you're the actor. Whereas when you're in a film, you get to see it in the end. And you sit down and be like, okay, this is what I did good, this is what I did bad.
Yeah,
Which one do you prefer?
Okay, this is a great question.
All right, just
Very
before you answer the question,
Yes.
let me take this laugh. It's
Okay.
stuck on my stomach.
Go on. Give me a solo laugh.
Bro, I want to be, this is what I'm saying, I want to improve talking trophies.
This is a great question.
It's a good question.
Why are
I
you
know,
laughing?
but
I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you.
No, this is really okay. I'm gonna answer it.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
go,
answer
go.
this really great
No.
question.
Okay.
It kind of depends where like I'm at mentally. There was once a time when I was like 100% theater, and then there was once a time where I was like, I'm done with theater. I had done like a year of theater, and I was just tired of it because it's very tiring.
Yeah.
And theater making isn't always joyful. Sometimes it's really hard and tiring because you're doing full time in a room. If the work is difficult and you're tapping into that, like there's no escape. Like
Yeah,
you
it's
have to bring
hours.
your whole
Yeah.
self to it. It's hard. Like all those like, did you guys watch Straw? No, not yet.
No.
You need to watch it. It's on Netflix.
What's Straw?
Oh my gosh, it's a movie with Taraji P. Henson. It's a Tyler Perry movie. I know what you're thinking, but this movie is really good. Yeah.
What
What were we thinking? Yeah.
Tyler Perry films.
No, we're not
There's
into
law that Tyler Perry hates black women because all of his films
Oh,
the black woman
okay,
struggling.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
And
even
this
know
is a
that.
bit of that, but I mean, it depicts her and her humanity, which is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Just you need to watch it.
Okay.
But if that was a theater show, I mean, even like, it doesn't even have to be theater. Like for her to have to tap into that kind of character is difficult.
Yeah.
So with theater, you get like a few weeks to rehearse, which is good. You're in a room with other people. Sometimes they're supportive. Sometimes they're not very supportive. And you're building this show. And you're right, you don't get to see it. You just have to like give
Yeah.
everything you've got, and hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might slip up. Sometimes you might forget your lines. Like you just never know what's gonna happen, but it keeps you on your toes. Whereas sometimes like there's joy in that. Like sometimes there is, especially if the show is bringing you joy. But with film can be fun, especially because it's quick and you're on set. Like if you've got a good set, then you're with people who you vibe with, and it's just like
it's good
vibes.
time.
It's good
Yeah.
times. But sometimes I know for me, when I'm watching something back, it's not always rewarding because I'm in.
You're critiquing yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what's the killer as well? I think watching, when you watch content you're in, you're not really enjoying the content. You're just waiting for you to appear in the.
Definitely.
So that's all. You're not even focused on the actual show. You're just like,
100%.
when am I gonna be?
Yeah.
I'm there.
I
And it's
went
like-
to a screening for a show that I was in, and everyone's just watching it like this. Like no one's really enjoying it, which is fair because we're all
what
just
show is
like,
this, Bump?
Yeah, it's Bump. Yeah, and
Come on.
everyone's watching it like everyone's watching it just like critiquing themselves because that's how it is because you don't
That's the
see it.
killer. Yeah.
You
That's
don't
the
know
killer.
what cut they went through. We go through so many
Yeah.
different cuts,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
wondering like which one did they pick?
Yeah.
How was my hair? How did I say that and deliver that line? Like it's a lot of analyzing.
Yeah. So you think with film, it's just like you're just literally waiting for yourself when you're watching the final product. You're just like,
I can't lie. Yeah.
which one? What would you prefer, doing that or being in, like, for example, when you're in Is God Is?
Yeah.
Which
you
one
see
would you
it?
prefer? No, I didn't see it. I just
That's
watched the
okay.
highlights.
You watched the highlights?
You know how, like, the trailer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was watching that. And you and your homegirl speaking about what you love about it and what you enjoyed. Yeah.
Yeah, Massey.
That was screened last year, yeah? Or the year before?
The year before, 2023.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Sammy Obama's
Oh, he's
He was
an
on last year?
amazing
Yeah, we had him on,
actor.
yeah, we had him on.
He's an amazing actor.
Yeah, but I'm trying to go to more theaters. After
You
seeing him
should.
doing it,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this guy is
No,
like,
theater's good.
no,
Theater
he's like,
is
I was like,
amazing.
this is-
Insane.
I enjoyed it a lot. I was like,
It takes a lot of like skill
Oh,
and
without a doubt.
talent to be a
Yeah.
theater performer.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there is joy in it, like I said before. Like there's joy in it, but it is hard.
Would you
It's,
go back
no,
to it?
it's stressful
Totally,
though.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know the next time you're doing one.
I will.
We'll come
Yeah.
super fast.
I will.
What you
We
act?
should do our own theater show.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't, bro. We can't even ask a question without laughing. Imagine that.
I
Like,
reckon I could do it, mate.
no. There was a scene. I remember there was a scene in Sammy Obama's one,
Yeah.
and because we came in a bit late, they put us in the front until we got seated. And let's just say he's on his bed and he was doing an action, and he was doing it right in front of me. And I'm like, bro, I grew up with you, man. Chill out on that. I was like, dude. I was like, dude, chill out. But imagine like seeing your homeboy there. Like, I'd be like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
The worst thing is forgetting your lines.
Yeah, but that's where, like, okay,
That's how
if
you
it's a
get
one,
better.
that's how you, okay,
Improvise,
that's how,
right?
improv.
Yeah.
Improv, and also your castmates
Yeah.
supporting you to, like, help you.
Yeah,
So, like,
they
let's
fish
just-
you out.
Yeah. So it's like, let's just say you skipped a whole line, then you have
Yeah.
to save that person rather than just, like, staring at them being like, you missed your
Yeah.
line kind
Yeah.
of thing. You work together.
Yeah.
okay,
yeah.
nice.
Hey, I did theater studies in high school, mate.
Did you actually?
I did.
Shout
I did.
out.
Did it in year 10, 11, 12.
What do you enjoy about it?
I actually like learning about the character and embodying it. You know me, I like putting on voices and stuff. So I love just embracing a character. So I did one on like I had to act out like a whole monologue. My year 12 theater exam.
Was that
Had
the
to
one
do
where
the
you went to the?
Wait, you did drama, like, for HSC?
Yeah.
What would you guys call it? VCE?
Yeah, VCE.
true.
Yeah, so I had to do a whole monologue on Poseidon.
Oh
That's
no way!
awesome.
Yeah,
Was that the one? I remember I seen you do one in.
No.
I've been to one of your plays.
you have, but this one,
Which one? I went to one in the city or something, no?
I can't remember, bro.
I came to one of Damien's
You
one.
watched-
Me, I'll come there. I'm not coming there. I don't care what
These guys just
Hey,
rip into me
hey,
the second I come see
Damien,
them.
if I go to Damien shows, I don't care if he's playing Denzel Washington. I'm just there to sit down, enjoy it, and just wait for him to start doing the Avatar dances.
Dancing, bro.
That's all I'm
You know
there for.
contemporary style dancing?
Yeah.
They call it like Avatar.
We call it
like
Avatar.
airbending. Yeah.
He's airbending, but I just love it. I just love watching it.
Yeah.
So we're just watching him do that.
No, yeah, this.
Woo, I want to know, you said you were in Bump, yeah?
I was, yeah.
Let's just say, because you said you'd either want to do action or, I remember seeing you on Disruption, you said you'd want to do action or romance.
Yeah.
Would you like to do romance like the Bump show? That's sort of like, it is romance in a way because the girl does Bump.
Yeah.
You know how like the girl falls in love with the guy?
Uh-huh.
That style romance? Or is that like, what kind of romance are you looking for?
I'm just a sucker for a good love story.
Yeah,
And so I would love to, like, embody that.
yeah.
Yeah. And action.
Avengers. You just seem like those, you know those.
And action-wise, I would love to do an action film because of the process to get there.
What do you mean?
Like,
Oh, so you'd have to learn like
the
kung fu.
training and all of
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I'm really
true.
interested in that.
You seem like you'd do it. You could do like a Avengers or
Yeah.
something like
Thank you.
being a
Avengers
superhero.
is so random.
No, like a superhero one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We do need more black superheroes.
We do.
Yeah, true.
Did you
what
guys watch
could do?
Supercell?
You know what you could do? Storm.
Storm?
Yeah.
X-Men.
Storm X-Men, the girl with
Oh.
the black woman with the white, she has a white
Yeah,
hair.
she
Oh,
can change the
true.
thunder. You've never watched X-Men?
Oh.
How do you want to do action if you haven't even watched X-Men? Huh?
I know, damn. Maybe I need to go home and watch
How does acting work? Do you have like an agent or?
Yeah. Well, I just left my agents,
Oh,
but
no.
that's a different story.
Should I get into being an agent? I can be an agent. How do I find you gigs? I'm meant to know how to do that. That's all
No
right.
comment.
So how does it work with the agent? So like,
Yeah, well, they find you gigs. Like, I guess a casting director reaches out to them to ask you to audition. You send your tapes to your agents, and then they pitch you, and hopefully you get the role.
have you done anything like? What do you just read the line, or you like do you improvise when you act? Like
When
for
I
example, in the audition, would you improvise? Let's just say.
Yeah. I do a lot of improv. Like, if I feel really comfortable, and because like they encourage that. Like, they encourage you to like bring your own flavor to it. So yeah, a bit of that.
What's the most random one you've done?
Improv.
Yeah, in an audition.
I once,
I was gonna say, what's the most randomest thing you've auditioned for?
I've auditioned for such random things. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
No, let's go. Let's answer my question. What's the most random thing you did? Because
What we think?
we just thought of some cook stuff.
What?
No, because
No, you answer.
answer. I go. I was gonna say. I'll say it. Does faith have an impact on what you auditioned for?
Yes.
Because
and
there's a line that's drawn. That's what.
Yeah.
That's where my mind went. So like, I
No,
just said, I'm
totally.
like, they probably got you to do a role where you're like, oh, I don't know.
That
if
has
I want
happened to me before.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've like had to learn because I started acting in my early 20s and I wasn't always, like I said before, like I struggle with anxiety. So like I haven't always had the words to speak up and be like, hey, I'm not comfortable with this.
Yeah.
So like when something was put on me, like I didn't know how to like
Communicate that.
communicate and like
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
just said, I'm gonna do as bad as possible in this audition, so they don't pick
Just so I
me.
can get out of
And they're
this.
like, you know what? Hey, she's great. Take her on.
no, I always try and give my best.
Yeah. So faith does have an impact on what roles you want to do or not.
It does. Yeah.
Can you really make it in the industry without like compromising?
Definitely.
You can.
Definitely.
You can. But what is the line with you then?
Faith plays a really big role. I think also like culturally what I believe in, politically what I believe in. Yeah. And I think you can make it as an actor by standing on
But
that.
what you can
I
make
reckon it's
it.
hard though.
You can
Way
make it,
harder.
but you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's
gonna
like
say.
playing on level. Like you selected very hard.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is. You know, you're playing on very hard, and you're
Difficulty.
just stuck on level 1 sometimes. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Do you find that you want to go overseas to look for opportunities?
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would go anywhere, to be honest.
Was that what you did in London?
Oh, in London, I just needed a break. And I love London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Why do people love it there? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't get the hype.
People love it.
Because I mean, so this is what happens. So people go there. People go to London. They're like, oh my God, it's so great, whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. I meet Londoners quite a bit when I travel.
And they don't like it there.
And they're like, no, I'm
They're like,
coming here because
they're like,
this is better.
They're like, it's crap. They're like, you guys are living the dream. Lads, we'll come down there. Mate, Australia's all right. And they're like, you guys are so awesome. And they're like overhyping us. And we've met guys, girls from like the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, so why is people overhyping people over there? Like, I don't get it. Is it because it's something different?
I think it's something.
That's
Mate,
what
I don't know. You
might
speak
be.
because you're
Maybe. I don't know. I have friends in London and London theatre's amazing as well. Like I meet a lot of people when I'm there. Like the
Opportunity's
black
different.
community is
Yeah.
like, there's just also really funny. Like they have a really great sense of banter and humor that I enjoy.
How's their banter there?
Kind of like how you guys banter.
So no, okay. All right, sorry. Because
Like-
I met
like
them.
back
That's what I
and
was saying.
forth kind
It was
of.
like that. So we
Yeah.
were kicking off some other guys, and they were like, some of them had their partners with them and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were talking like the way I talk in
Yeah.
banter, whatever, unfiltered.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
They laugh at that and stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what it is too? I think they're girls. How do I say it? Like their girls can kick it with their guys and there's more chemistry.
Yeah.
Like it flows a bit better. Like right now, if I talk to you, see how many times I'm like, don't let my intrusive thoughts win. You know what I mean? I'll hold myself back.
Yeah.
But the girls get it like over there. Henrietta, you probably do get it. I'll give it up to you. But like girls in like over there, they have the chemistry. So like they get how the guys banter.
Yeah,
they know the
right.
jokes. They know the slangs.
Yeah.
You know, they're pretty tapped into it. You know what I mean? Whereas I feel like here, we don't have that. And that's why people, when they go there, they're like, oh my God, this is awesome. I can hang out with the guys. I can hang out with the girls. Whereas in here, you can't really even hang out. You know? So I think that's why it's overhyped.
Yeah.
Bro, man's from Brixton.
Bristol.
Bristol. Isn't Brixton an area as well?
I also love
there's
the
Brixton,
accent.
there's Bristol.
I love a British.
Which
accent.
one? Is it? Do you like the black British accent?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I reckon you should just go over there and find yourself a nice guy named man.
I would.
Huh?
I would move to London.
You would?
Yeah.
And just live there, expensive, bad weather.
I know. But the thing about London is, and I've thought about this, like, you can go anywhere. Like
Yeah, Europe is like accessible.
Yeah.
I know,
And
I've
like,
heard-
I can
I've
go to
heard that.
Ghana for like
It's
half
cheap.
the price that I
Yeah.
would pay to go.
But you know what the
now.
killer is? You're
What?
paying so much for your bills
I
over there. You don't have that. We have a
Yeah,
luxury
true.
here of being able to be like, you know what? I can save for 3 months or 4 months and go on holiday. Over there, it's like, let me save the whole year.
Yeah.
And then decide whether I do want to go for holiday
it's a different grind.
or do I need to buy a car? So people always say that. Even I got relatives that moved there and they're like, oh, no, we didn't even go. They went on holiday maybe like the first 4 times.
Yeah.
After that, they locked in, just staying there. At
Interesting.
max, they went to London.
But I think it's a temporary thing if you're gonna move to London. Would you live there? Would you move there forever?
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't live there.
You couldn't?
I feel like most people would go. It's like seasonal. It's like I want to go there for this select time frame. Not
People
like,
go for years. I know people that go for years. Some
Yeah,
people
for
stay
Yeah,
there
I've
for
got
like.
friends who've lived there.
but it's
for
never like
years.
for. Very rarely, I'd say it's like they want to move there forever.
Let me just say something, yeah. Yeah, man. I'm gonna switch it up because you know what, Henrietta's a bit of an actor, but you know what, I can act as well. And those British blokes over there, mate, they don't know what life's like here.
Mate,
right?
they don't know
Greatest
what footy
country I
is.
know.
They've never had a Bunnings snag.
Yep,
They've never
mate. They've never had a shrimp on the barbie.
had a shrimp on the barbie. Never got to go to the beach.
Never got to the beach. Like, I don't even think, mate. Apparently their beach has got rocks on them.
Yeah, mate.
Apparently they walk on rocks
Yeah.
just so they can walk into a bit of
Yeah.
water. And mate, God forbid,
Mate, we got
God forbid
Great
the
Barrier
water's clean.
Reef, Uluru,
Yeah,
Great Ocean Road,
mate. Great Ocean
Great
Road.
Ocean Road.
Mate, don't forget we got the MCG, and,
yeah, we got
that's
the G.
that's where it matters most because you can go there, you can get a 420 pie, you can get a can of Coke, and you know what? My missus says I'm gaining a bit of weight, so I got to jump on a diet. So I've been on the Coke Zeros. You know what I mean? And you get to watch your favorite footy team play.
Yeah, valid.
You know what I mean?
And what, the UK guys don't get that?
Nah.
Mate, I'll tell you something, mate. Those guys, they go over there, talk about the Premier League, mate. The bloke can't even afford a season ticket holder. So the bloke goes to
it's
one game a
expensive.
year. So, mate, I go down to footy, pay 30 bucks, mate. I can watch my favourite team from the front row. But you see, Henrietta, that's what I'm trying to talk about. Sometimes, you know, we can do acting as well.
Yeah, that was
You,
great.
you know what I mean? Like, we're just patriots of this beloved country. I just think London's so overhyped.
Have you been?
No, I'm
Never
not.
been.
Haven't
That's a
been.
hater. That's a hater.
No, I'll go. No, I could go. I'll go and I'll love it. I guarantee you, I will have the greatest time of my life there.
Yeah.
I know that already.
Yeah.
Take me to the Shanghai. I'll have fun. Take me anywhere in the
You
world.
know what it probably is? It's just that anywhere that's not home feels new and exciting.
For
Yeah,
us,
and everything is
Yeah.
your brain is just absorbing
Yeah.
constant new information.
Yeah.
Totally.
So you're having the best time of your life. You're like your brain's
100%.
alive.
Yeah.
You're like,
That's
yo.
how I was when I first got to
Yeah.
Melbourne.
Oh
Yeah.
no
Yo,
way.
I was like rose-colored glasses. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is the best city
You can get
in
matcha
the
anywhere.
world.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't into matcha back then.
There's black people
But,
here.
like, yeah, I was like, hey, I thought I was gonna find my man. Like,
Yeah.
I thought,
And then you realize we're all approachaphobic.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
my man is out there somewhere. But like,
Yeah, you know
like,
he-
what's something that's what did you say?
You know where he is? He's in London.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Praising the Lord.
Yeah.
Amen.
Nah, he's in. What's that guy's name? Priest, pastor. You know what I'm talking about. Say it. You know, pastor, the guy that was driving the Ferraris.
Who?
Pastor Toby.
Toby?
Pastor Toby.
Oh, he's the guy. He has like all like expensive cars and stuff. Yeah.
Pastor Toby.
Like Mike Todd?
Yeah,
No,
he's
Pastor
like that,
Toby.
but he's from the UK.
He's a UK guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Nigerian pastor, founder of Spax Nation. He's a high-profile figure known for his
Yeah.
involvement in
But yeah, he's
church-facing
just like-
allegations
Right.
of financial misconduct.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very shady.
But yeah, you guys in London, I'm telling you. Or would you get a guy from back home?
I would. Yeah.
Ghanaian?
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah. This guy.
Ghanaian word.
What is it?
Charlie.
Charlie. What does it mean?
Like, it's like my brother.
Yeah, like friends. Or
Like my friend, like, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, would you get a guy?
Yeah,
Bob?
I would. Yeah. Yeah. The
What's the Ghanaian accent? Damien's good at accents.
Yeah, do a Ghanaian accent, Damien.
I actually can do a good Liberian accent. It's not,
Nah,
it's
it
not
doesn't
different to
count.
Ghanaian, yeah?
Yeah, it's different. Give us a Ghanaian accent.
I don't know. You gotta put me on the spot. No, you know what it was? Yeah. So me and my boys, like, we used to make jokes when we were younger. And so one day we're all bantering, and young guy banter is like inappropriate. And she, like, the mom comes out and she's just raging it at us. And she said something. She's like, la tingo. What'd she say? She said, you boy keeps speaking la tingo. Yeah, that's my best accent right now.
I go give us a Ghanaian
Well
accent.
done.
That one sounds like just a standard
Yeah,
African,
Standard
Nigerian,
African.
no, West African accent.
Yeah.
What
I can't
about
do
yours?
Ghanaian.
Give us a Ghanaian accent. Come on, for your people.
I actually
time.
haven't heard many fresh Ghanaians.
Yeah, give us a solid Nigerian accent.
Nigerian?
Ghanaian.
I'm so
bro,
Ghanaians.
You racist.
Sorry, mate.
dog. You racist.
Yeah, I was
dog.
saying some inappropriate things before we shot the camera back. Ghana and Nigeria being the same
Yeah.
thing. I do take that back. Yeah, tell us your best Ghanaian accent. My bad.
I don't really want to.
She doesn't want to. But actually, can you
But
speak?
she's an actor. That's
Wait.
all right. That's all right.
Can you say a phrase in Ghanaian though?
Etiseng. Uhutiseng.
What does that mean?
How are you?
How do you say it?
Uhutiseng. How are you? Etiseng.
Wohotiseng.
Uhutiseng.
Wohotiseng.
Or just etiseng.
Etiseng.
Ghana is beautiful. Apparently, a lot of people go there, like for holidays
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's a beautiful country.
Yeah, I need to go outside that side of Africa,
So
man.
can you speak
would
Ghanaian?
I can understand. It's Twi, the language. I probably butchered that. I can understand it fluently,
Yeah,
but speaking it,
Hard.
it just doesn't translate. I don't
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
But I understand it fluently.
So you might have a man over in Ghana.
I could.
Yeah. So you're gonna be able to listen to your man, but you're not gonna talk.
No. If I end up with a Ghanaian man, I need to learn how to speak my language fluently.
Okay.
I'm trying to learn now. Like my mom and I, I need to lock
Duolingo.
in. Yeah. They don't have Twi on Duolingo.
Damien,
Yeah,
what language are your kids gonna speak?
I think you speak Hindi, mate.
Yeah,
Shut up.
fluent. No, get them learning
Mate, they're
Tigrinya.
gonna speak Australian English, mate.
That's it.
They're gonna live here, mate.
That's
They
it.
better speak like true blue Aussie, mate.
Yeah.
All right.
Not an Irish accent.
Yeah, not an Irish accent, not an Eritrean accent, mate.
Yeah.
Not an Indian accent.
Yeah.
I don't hear him speaking anything apart from Australian, mate.
Yeah. What are you gonna have for dinner?
Fair income, mate.
Yeah.
Straight mashed potato.
Yeah, just mash. That's
mashed
it.
potato.
Yeah, it
with
gets like
tomato
that. You know,
sauce.
it gets like that.
with tomato sauce.
No, I think
Yeah.
I need to go suss out Ghana, man. I think
you would enjoy
I need to go just one time to that side of Africa. Because you know what? When I was in Mecca, I remember I was kicking it. So there was a little area we called it. Me and my brother used to call it African Town. So there was like a little area where all the Africans would chill
Yeah.
next to the Kaaba, and they were just chilling with a bunch of Westies and some from Nigeria, some from Ghana and stuff, and just the way they just vibe out.
Yeah, they're chilling.
Firstly, everyone thinks they're a professor. I gotta
No, but
say
you know what,
something.
no,
They all think they're, and I hate the ones that wear glasses because they just look like they're pissed off. Just they eye you out like it's just. But there's such amazing people. Like they'll look at you angry and they'll be like, "Come eat with me now." You're like, dude, say it in a nice way.
Yeah.
Like say, brother, come enjoy.
Yeah.
Come eat now. I'm like, what the? Yeah, I'll come eat.
But I'd
With
say
you.
West Africans are very communal though. Even with like strangers, they're very like they'll invite you over very naturally. Like, a lot of Ghanaians in our church are very like hospitality is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Community focus.
Yeah, it's massive.
You got any questions for Henrietta? Any more?
Yeah, actually, we can probably.
We can go.
How many more do you want to go?
What
I don't
time
know.
is it?
I got a meeting in the morning, but
All right, last question is then, what's a memory you wish you could relive?
A memory I wish I could.
Yeah. Like maybe life was just good at this moment. You're like, yo, this was like an insane time.
You know, I went to India for 6 weeks. Yeah.
What?
You didn't get that in your research, did you?
I did not. I fumbled that.
What?
Yeah, I studied in India for 6 weeks.
What'd you study?
Well, I studied international relations and international global studies at uni.
Exchange.
So I went on exchange. Yeah, so I was studying a bit of Hindi. I
Oh,
was studying a bit of Indian history as well.
shout out the dunyas, man. I love my dunyas, bro.
It was just a vibe. Like we were there in the beginning of COVID, actually, like before COVID hit.
Yeah.
So like we were just enjoying life. Like the sun was shining, the weather was nice.
Yeah.
and I was in a group of people.
Where in India were you staying?
Mumbai.
Mumbai.
How's
How's the traffic? The weather was nice.
yeah.
I heard it's foggy over there.
Oh, but like in December, January, it was nice.
Okay,
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. It was really nice. Yeah.
My boy said he went and he's like, bro, you can't breathe over there.
How are the people there?
Like you do get stares. Like I had braids in my hair. People would just like come behind me and touch my hair or like pull my hair. Like you get the stares, 100%.
Yeah.
But like,
Is it a smell? Oh.
but like they'd be staring at the white people too.
Yeah, of
So, like,
course.
Of
yeah.
course.
everyone's any
yeah.
foreigner is catching it.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
the group that I was in, like obviously like there was different different dynamics within the group. But I made really good friends. I mean, it was just vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you eat?
Indian food.
Yeah, like what kind of?
Chole puri. I love that. That's like
What's that?
a chickpea curry.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'd
Cho-
love- I'd
chole,
love-
no, not chole puri. Chole, oh, I don't know, it's something. Someone fact check that for
Fact
me.
checker.
What
Say
is it? Yeah, that.
Hey.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have in naan bread or?
Yeah, I had a lot of that.
Man,
garlic
I
naan
need to
slaps,
go. I need to go India, man. I'm not gonna go for the
Vibes.
next naan. I won't go for the next year. Shout out to the people that lost their lives in India. Condolences to
plane
them.
crash,
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna
Mm.
wait a year for that. You know what I mean. Generally, just to get their things fixed up.
Yeah.
But I gotta go. I need to go because I love dunyas. I just love that side. So what dunyas are anyone from South Asia?
Okay.
I call them dunya because it's a universal word. It means
Okay.
world.
It means,
World.
okay.
So dunya means world. But
Okay.
I need to go check it out. I actually need to go India. I'd love to go. What time would you relive?
Yeah, where would you go?
Where would I go?
I thought the question was, what was the time you'd relive?
Oh, a time. Yeah. What would be a
So
time?
you said
that-
India, right? Yeah.
So you'd relive that?
You've never been to Ghana?
I have been to
You
Ghana.
wouldn't relive even
I went to
London?
Ghana.
You wouldn't relive London. You'd go India, Mumbai. That was the best time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hectic. I want to
was
see.
just-
I want to
That's
go
cool.
now. I want to go now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good. Something different.
yeah.
I was so nervous to go to because
Mm.
like obviously like racism, like being black, like I was really nervous about being black in India, but people were really welcoming and friendly. Like I said, like you do get the stares,
Yeah.
but
I love the
apart
good
from
stay
that,
because
like,
they just, you know what it is? I watch videos. You know what I mean? My algorithm's a bit cooked, but they love a good stare at foreigners.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
it's a part of the day. Like
But which country doesn't?
no. South Asia's
Oh,
different.
nah.
No.
yeah,
Cause let's not be PC right now.
You know,
Let's not be politically correct. Cause in South Asia, they love a good communal stare. They gather up together. They'll be like, "What are you looking at?" And then they just stare.
No, but I'd say most countries that aren't Western would do that.
Nah, Africa, they'll come to you. Hey, what are you doing here? You know,
yeah,
them they stay
No, but
inside.
some people even stare. Like Uganda people stare.
yeah. They would
Some
stare.
will approach you, but I don't
But
think,
most won't. Most of them will just be like, they'll look at you. They see you walking past it like this.
yeah. You gotta just trip them out sometimes. Just walk with a bit of a
Just go.
yeah.
Just see what they would do.
Yeah.
Just trip them
Yeah.
out completely.
What's the time you'd relive?
I would relive. I really like Uganda was insane. Like especially like the north region, Abim. Just the landscape was probably it's the most beautifulest place I've seen in like my whole entire life there. Or like Canada. Like Canada was a great time with the family.
Yeah, that was a
Like
vibe. Yeah.
I think I think my mind was so like, whoa, this place is so cool. But it's like I'm meeting family I've never met. I didn't even know I had. Like,
Yeah,
like
wow.
we got a lot of family there. So it's like in Toronto and Brampton.
Brampton.
Shout out Brampton
Yeah.
fam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Croaties. Yeah,
Nice.
like that. Yeah. I'd say, what about you?
Probably just Umrah again, going Saudi again, the Mecca. I can run that back a million times.
Yeah.
I think that's not my new holidays, but I think I'm not gonna travel anymore. I'm just gonna go there.
You
Just
you
go
you you're gonna
there.
India,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
You said-
Oh, and I'm gonna go. You know, I'm
And
gonna
Ghana,
go.
you need to go to Ghana.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go. So from now on, whenever I go to any part of the world, I'm gonna stop by there and come back.
Yeah.
So that should be my new thing. So I'll go Ghana, eat some jollof rice,
Come on.
dance around the fire,
Come.
jump in a tuk tuk. You know what I mean? Kick it with
A
my
tro-tro.
Ghanaian. A tro.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna catch the trains. Apparently they got some nice trains in Ghana. And then I'm gonna go Mecca and come here. And then the next time I go India. I'm gonna chill there. I'm gonna go Mumbai. I'm gonna go, where else I'm gonna go? I'm not gonna go Nepal because the last time I had Nepalese food I almost died. So I had an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
So I'm never going there. Mumbai, and I'm gonna go
You know where's on my bucket list, but so controversial?
New Delhi. I'm gonna go New Delhi,
Shout
of course.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go Mecca and come back. And I'm gonna chill in New Delhi. I'm gonna munch out. I'm gonna go to the slums. I'm gonna go see where they filmed Slumdog Millionaire. Chill with my dunyas, munch out on their food.
And then come home.
And then you know what I'm gonna do just to take the piss out of life? I'm gonna try some, those crazy street foods where people get like super.
Yeah.
You know the video where that guy took. I want to go to the same spot.
Have you seen him?
No.
I want to go to the same
Bro,
spot
they're
that
wild.
guy ate.
That guy with the. I know which guy you're talking about. He
he
sits in the steps.
I think
the
he
two
died.
steps.
He died.
He's a guy. He's famous. He sits in 2 steps. It costs like 20 cents.
Yeah.
And he just straight bare hands.
Yeah.
Serves it to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna munch out on one of those munchies, and then I'm gonna go.
I wouldn't do that, bro. You'd get sick.
Or
You'd
you know
die.
what?
You'd get sick,
What about
bro.
the guy that goes, I've drank in clear water for how long? Drinks the water there. Smash. I'm gonna drink the water there, and then I'm gonna go Mecca and then come back Yeah, that's my new way
Sounds
of
like
traveling.
a plan.
Bro, free.
Yeah, but Henrietta, amazing as always. I don't think I've ever had a chat with you like this. But I always knew this is. I had a good idea of who you were, and it was a pleasure having you on. Wish you the best with good gratitude.
Thank you.
Damien, thanks for bringing her on.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything you want to say?
Thank you for having me.
Hey.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Check her out. I'll chuck some links on the bio. Besides that,
Link to the journals as well.
Yeah.
I guess it's all gonna be
Bro,
here.
link to the journals.
Gonna be-
Go get yourself a journal.
Yeah, the Davies. The Davies.
Dees and Davies, go get a journal.
Now we're working on that because
They're
everyone
working
should be journaling.
Yeah. Davies, listen, you know what you do, Davies? I know you're
you
frustrated.
should do a Mandem edition.
Well, that's
It's being released.
Have you seen
Yeah.
that girl that did
it's in the works.
did you see that girl that did the poetry? Roadman poetry or something?
No.
No.
I thought that was the funniest thing. It was cool, but it was the funniest thing.
Yeah.
Besides that, enjoy your day, enjoy your night, stay humble, faith.